Hello, sir. Good
Right.
afternoon.
Good afternoon. Welcome, Shruti. How are you?
Thank you, sir. Yeah, I'm doing pretty well. Thank you for asking. How are you?
I'm well. Thanks a lot for asking. All right then, Shruti. So
So,
we'll
for
get
just
started
for
with this session.
confirmation,
Sure,
am
please,
I
please.
audible?
Yes, you are
Am
completely
I
audible.
audible
And
to
how
you?
about my voice? Yes, you are. You are.
Yeah, yeah.
Please have a look at your
Everything is
network once
fine.
because it
Okay.
seems to be slightly delayed. The voice is reaching late, it seems. So would you please have a look at your
Okay.
network once? Yeah. Have you checked your internet connection?
Yeah, sir. Actually, it's been raining since morning. So, due
All right.
to rainy weather, there is some network issue.
No problem. We'll try to make do with something that we have. So we'll try our best. All right, Shruti. So we're meeting for the first time, I guess. Are we?
Yeah, right,
Okay.
sir.
So let's go ahead for a brief introduction then. My name is Vipul. I have been a communication skills coach for more than 6 to 7 years now, and I hail from Uttarakhand. That's a little about me. I'd like to know more about you now.
Okay. Okay. My name is Shruti Bhagat. I am from Jammu and Kashmir, and I
All
have
right.
completed my graduation in Bachelor of Arts, and now I am
Mm-hmm.
pursuing my Masters in English and Literature. And if I
Oh,
talk about
wow.
my hobbies, I love
Mm-hmm.
dancing and reading books. And nowadays,
Mm-hmm.
I am working on my communication skill and learning spoken English. So, yeah, that's something about
The
me.
reason being, what motivated you to learn your communication skills?
Yeah, so actually, I live in village here, and
Mm-hmm.
in my village, I think no one give that much value to English language, but
Mm-hmm.
I am passionate for this language from my childhood. So I want to
Hmm.
become fluent English speaker. As we know, English is a global language. So yeah, I
Hmm.
love this language and I want to become fluent English speaker.
Hmm. See, you said from my childhood. Instead of that, you should say, is it all right if I correct you like this in between?
Yeah, yes, sir. Yes, sir,
All
please.
right.
Correct.
So please make a note of it. So you said you should
Hmm.
say, since my childhood, I have always been interested. Okay. Since
Okay.
my childhood, whenever you have a starting point of speech, all right. So
Hmm.
you should use the term since in place of from. You should say, since my childhood, I have always
Okay.
been interested in learning English.
Yes, sir.
Here is the sentence. Okay. I'm a bit slow with my typing, so yeah, took
Hmm.
some time. This is one. And the
Okay.
second thing is, you said no one gave that much value to English in my village. Tell me what is wrong with this sentence.
Hmm. No one give. No one gives.
Exactly. Why are we using
One.
gives in place of give?
Because with singular we use as in
Hmm.
present simple.
As with the
So
verb. Yes, exactly. And you should know that words like everyone, everybody, no one, nobody, someone,
yeah,
somebody, all of these are
no one,
what?
nobody.
These are singular words. Okay.
Single.
All right. No problem. We keep learning from the mistakes, so I'll keep typing your errors like that. Now we'll take this conversation forward. You
Okay.
mentioned that you come from Jammu, and I don't think the snow falls in your region, does it?
No, sir. I am from a main part of the Jammu city. So in
Oh,
my
it's
area there is
extremely
no
hot there.
snowfall.
Yeah, yeah.
But nowadays the weather is pleasant here because as I told you, it's been raining since morning.
Hmm. So, do you people experience a lot of rainfall during the rainy season, or is it average amount of rain?
During the rainy season, yeah, and the main issue is because as I told you, I live in village, so the road is not well maintained. So because of rain, that time we face lot of issue in transport or
Mhm.
uh, when we uh, when we have to go to the market. So that time we
Mhm.
face a
Okay.
little bit issue or problem.
So, Shruti, I want you to do something about your city right now. You have to tell me Based on different age groups that live in your city, tell me,
Hmm.
why would they want to and why would they not want to live in the city forever? Okay. Considering children, why would children want to live in the city forever? And why would they not want to live in the city forever? You can give me one or two reasons and a few examples if you can support your statement with. All right. Can we
Hmm.
try this?
Yeah, yes,
Please.
sir. Sir, actually, I was I had worked in Delhi for 10 years.
Wow.
So,
Okay.
as I lived in a metro city and now I live in this village, so I experience both the lifestyle, how we feel
I
when we live
have
in
I have
I
experienced.
have
Okay.
experience, yeah. So, how
Hmm.
we feel when we live in a metro city and how we feel when we live in a small or hilly area or small village. So, if I
Remote
talk
area.
about, yeah,
Hmm.
remote area, so the children, why they want to live in a village, or maybe they want to go in another city or a metro city, because
Hmm.
in our area, no doubt there is a very good schools, they provide very good education, but with education we have to work on ours. It's very important nowadays. uh, as we know, skill is, I think, more important than a degree. So in
Hmm.
I think in our area, people don't give that much value or that much work on someone's skills. So that
Hmm.
time, and there is not too much job option. So if we want to grow professionally in our life, so that time it's
Hmm.
very important to go in another city and work on our skills and
Hmm.
grow professionally. So yeah.
All right. Your answers are well measured, I must say. I appreciate that about you. Having said that, there are a few flaws that we need to address. The
Hmm.
first thing that I can see, it's quite dominating in your speech, and that is the usage of the word very. See, when we come to a
Very.
session, I feel that we should deliver something into the session. The learner should take something away so as to work on it. So that's why I want to give you this insight today. I'm sure many tutors must have told you don't use very so often, use some other word instead. But how to do it? Unless you actively chase it, you will not be able to, right? So you will have
Hmm.
to chase this problem. Do not run after so many problems at one time. You should be chasing just this problem of very. So what you should do is that, where many teachers tell you to not go for chat GPT and do not use it so much, I'll tell you to actually use it. It benefits a lot, but do not ask it for grammatical corrections because it's quite
Hmm.
irregular with those corrections. You should rather give it rudimentary tasks. For example, there are many people who have fillers in their speech. So what
Hmm.
happens is, unless we get a number of times, the times that we are repeating a word, we can't be alarmed about it. So that is why you should record yourself in the evening, upload that audio on ChatGPT, and give it a prompt. Count the number of times I've used the word very in my sentences. When you get that figure, your mind is alarmed. And then, the best teacher in this world works, and that is called embarrassment. When you learn about the mistakes, you find, okay, it's too bad that I'm repeating this word time and again. Then your mind will actively chase this problem. So sometimes looking at the problem helps. And when you look at the problem, it helps even better. I can see so many problems. But the fact is, unless you see it, you can't improve. So it's crucial that you
Right.
chase this error for this week. Very. Be crazy about it. Trust me. You need to beat yourself up
Okay.
on that and so that you can actually improve upon it. Okay. So the word
Hmm.
is very, and I see you
Very.
using it before the word important a lot of times. Now you tell me a few other options that you have in your mind that you can use in place of very important. You have to use only one word to
Uh,
replace these two. Hmm.
Crucial
Very good.
instead of very important, crucial or vital.
And
Hmm.
have you heard of the word
Imperative,
pivotal? Imperative. Very good.
pivotal.
You can use that.
Hmm.
Have you heard of pivotal? You can use
Yeah,
this as
yes,
well
sir.
then, right? So there are
Hmm.
so many options. And beyond this also, there are so many other options. Critical also is one. But the fact is, these words don't come to your mind at the right time. And the reason is the same: excessive usage of very. Because it's like you have an appetite for a better word, but then your mind satisfies that appetite by using the word very. It's just like when you're hungry
Right.
or eating Maggie, you feel full after that, but not full of nutrition, right? You're full of junk. So
Hmm.
that's why it's crucial that you use the right word at the right time. Okay. I don't want to be really
Yes,
hard on
sir.
you, but I just want to tell you that this is happening. Okay.
Sir,
This is the
actually,
first thing.
I know
Hmm.
where we
Right.
use present tense, past tense, or which word we use where. But when I speak with someone, so I
Hmm.
don't know why I did a lot of
Hmm.
mistakes and
No problem. See, it's going to happen. That's why I'm saying when you look at these conversations later, I'm sure you watch your videos also. But more
hmm,
than the part of the tutor, you should be watching or listening to your part. I'm sure not many people are comfortable watching themselves on the screen, isn't it? When we look at ourselves, we
yeah,
feel
right,
uncomfortable.
right,
My
sir.
voice is bad. My hair are not good at this moment, and all that.
Yeah,
That comes to the mind. The fact is, unless you look at yourself, if you can't accept yourself, how will the world accept you? Right? So you will first of all
right.
have to accept yourself. Look at yourself so much that you become comfortable around yourself first, and then the world will. It
Hmm,
will also be comfortable around you, right? So don't worry about it. Just be casual. Speak. There's a difference between impressing and expressing. So for a long time, what we do is
hmm,
that we keep on impressing ourselves and others around us. We have to express ourselves. We have to just convey in how few words we can do that. Let's try to do that. Okay. Okay. Let's have another
okay.
burst of conversation where I ask you the next question. You spoke about
Hmm.
children, and now I'm going to ask you the next question, and that is about working professionals. Why would working professionals want to live in your city forever? And why would working professionals not want to live in your city forever? Come on.
Yeah, so as I told you, if we want to grow professionally, so that time it's very, um, sorry, that time it's crucial to get out of our state and live in a metro city
Hmm.
or in a big city because
Great.
uh, in our city uh, we learn so much from our surrounding also. So as I told you,
Hmm.
in our city no don't speak uh, people don't speak that much English, or they don't give that much value to English language. So that time
Great.
it's maybe barrier for our in our growth. So
Hmm.
it's very important to explore the world or explore
See,
the another
very
states.
important. It is very important, you said. So change this. Come on.
So
It is.
yeah, so it is imperative to explore the another state, meet with another people. As I told you, I live in a I was living in a Delhi, but due to
No,
COVID,
no, 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 no. Delhi is the name
I
of a
was
place. I'm sorry I stopped you like that. So I
okay.
was living in a Delhi. How many Delhis are there? Only one Delhi is there, right?
One,
As far as my memory goes. So I
yeah,
was living in Delhi before, and if you mention before COVID, then you'll have to say before COVID, I had been living in Delhi. Okay, because
I
then it
had
came
been.
to an end.
Hmm.
I had been living in Delhi. Before COVID, I had
Hmm.
been living in Delhi.
Before
Okay.
COVID, I had been living in Delhi.
Delhi.
So
Hmm.
I think I learned so much new things,
So
just
many new things.
so many
Hmm.
new things just living in that place.
Hmm.
Because
You're
what
right.
I noticed in Delhi,
Hmm.
uh, beggar also speak in English in Delhi. So
Yes.
that much, and they give too much priority to education. But if
Hmm.
we talk about village people, sometimes they don't that give that much value to education, study, and they are not that much
Hmm.
interested to allow their girls, child especially,
Hmm.
for go outside and do a job. So I think
Hmm.
that's a very big difference in small city and in a big village, sorry, big cities. So when we
Hmm.
want to achieve something in our life, so that time it's crucial to go another state.
See, it's so easy to improve, isn't it? Once you just see
Yeah,
your error. And don't mind
right.
if you are still getting to very important. That is supposed to happen, isn't it? It's a deeply embedded error. For a long time, you have done that.
Hmm.
I am teaching you, and I have said very good so many times in this session. So now I have to also work on it. We have to keep working on things. That has to be in the mind. Despite being a teacher, I have to work on it, right? So everyone is improving. It's not our native tongue that we are already great at it.
Yeah.
We can't be already great at something like that, right? Okay. I want you to read a sentence. Please have a look at the chat box. 1 second.
Mm.
This last sentence that I've just typed, please.
They do not allow the girl child to work outside.
Allow is wrong.
Hmm.
The right pronunciation is allow. Say allow.
Allow. Okay,
Okay,
allow.
not allow. That's the
Hmm.
reason I typed the entire sentence because I heard allow. And if I give you a double L O W, I think you will pronounce it correctly. The fact is, when it is in a sentence, then you may struggle. That's why I typed the entire sentence. Now, in the previous sentence I've written, beggars also speak English, you said. In place of saying beggars, also you should say even beggars speak English. Even beggars
Even
speak English.
beggars speak English.
Speak
Hmm.
English. Okay. Before
Yes.
COVID, I had been living, and I think other sentences are all right. But at one phase, you also made this mistake. Skills are more important than a degree. Okay, you said more important, that we have corrected. There is not too much job options. Tell me what is wrong with this sentence. There is not too much job options.
There is, there are,
Hmm.
there are
Then
not
there are.
so many job options.
Yes. See, whenever there are options, it's a countable noun, isn't it?
Countable, right?
Right? So use many for it. This is
Hmm.
again one more error that I saw, which is happening. I
Hmm.
know you know the rule behind it. I'm not doubting that, frankly, because I know the way a person speaks that tells a lot. Because when
Yes,
you're
sir. I'm
correcting yourself, I know.
always confused
Hmm,
between much and more. Oh, sorry, many
don't worry
and
about it.
hmm.
Yeah, many and much or more in that case. It's all right. Go slow. Sometimes when we are fitting in better things, like your pace is all right. I don't want to really tweak your pace because you're speaking at an adequate pace. You can take it marginally low so as to introduce new words in the speech. If you're too fast, which you're not, if you're too fast, then you'll not be able to accommodate new words in your speech. So even though your speech is fine, it's adequate, but we can lower it marginally, a notch, and then we'll be able to accommodate new words, and slowly we can make it relatively faster. It does not have to be too fast because riding a bike fast is really easy. Riding it slow requires balance. So do the
Right.
difficult task of speaking it slow but loud. What happens is we want to hide our mistakes, so we speak slow sometimes. We speak in a
Huh.
low tone. We have to
Right.
be loud and a punchy voice should come out from the mouth. Okay, so that should be the
Hmm.
case. All right. Any questions that are there on your mind, Shruti? Because we are almost towards the end of this session. So anything that you have in your mind, or else we can continue this conversation.
No, no, sir. No, I don't have any question. But just as I asked you before, I know the every rules. But when I speak, so that time I do many mistakes. So how I improve
Okay.
this?
By looking at yourself, if you are saying that you are making mistakes and you can see them, it means you can identify your mistakes when you listen to yourself as a tutor. Be your own tutor, first of all. Okay. That's one advice
Hmm.
I would follow at this point. So be your own tutor and listen to yourself more than ever. Others may listen to you, they may find your
Okay.
mistakes. For a tutor like me, you can be just one more learner. I may be quite diligent. Even then, you'll be one more learner for me. For you, you will be the only learner. So you'll be concentrating on yourself the best, more than anyone who does here. So that is why you should listen to yourself as much as possible and find out your own mistakes. Chase one mistake for 1 week. I know it sounds like a lot of task, but don't run after too many mistakes. Run after one problem for 1 week. Like for today's week, the problem should be the excessive usage of very. It's not a grammar
Okay.
mistake, by the way, when you use very excessively. It's just that your vocabulary retention will go down if you keep on,
Hmm.
saying the same word. So that's that. Uh, I'm going to write down a sentence because you have said that you can see most of your mistakes. This sentence may be completely correct also. I may be completely tricking with you, or
Okay.
I may be telling you a mistaken sentence. So I know the every rules. This was your sentence. Okay. Now you tell me, do you find any error here or do you find the sentence is completely correct?
I know the every rules properly. I know the
Hmm.
I know every rules properly.
Hmm. So
It's
now
right
you can't say
sentence.
that now you can't say that you know most of the rules. It's wrong. Okay. Because
Okay.
you corrected it to a great extent. And I'll say, yes, your understanding of grammar can be titled as 70 to 75% correct. Okay. To say I know the every rules properly, you have seen that the should not be used. Correct. But the fact
Hmm.
is, with the word every, you can't use a plural word. Okay.
Okay.
Yes. Let me just type this so that you have it in your memory.
I know the
Every
every
plus plural word is wrong. It
wrong.
cannot be used. You'll have to
I
say
know the
every
every
with a
rule.
singular word,
Hmm.
right? So every child is special, we say. Every drops is wrong. Every drop of water
Drop. Hmm.
is valuable, isn't it? So हर बच्चा जरूरी है, हर पानी की बूंद जरूरी है. We are
Zaruri.
talking about
Right.
every. So that's why whenever you use words like every, each, someone, somebody, no one, nobody, they are all singular words. And any word made out of every or
Okay.
each is singular. Okay. So
Hmm.
please don't get mistaken like that. And as I said before, just keep on noticing your errors. Nobody else can do it better than you because you have
Yeah.
most of the time around yourself, right? And in the times to come, try to record yourself as much as possible. The more you record yourself, the more you listen to yourself, the more comfortable you get, and the more expressive you'll get. If something if something concerns you, you have to do it repeatedly so as to make it normal. Normalize it by speaking as much as possible. Trust me, don't trust anything blindly, but just follow it for 2 weeks. You can compare the first video that you record with the 12th video that you record or the 14th video that you record. You will automatically see some difference happening.
Okay.
And when your mind sees that change, then you are excited to learn even better. Trust me. After a point, when you have
Hmm.
improved, you have obviously improved, but then growth sounds like, or it looks like, stagnant after a point. We want to improve further, but we don't know how to improve further. So the idea is to see
Yeah.
where you're falling short. Okay. All right, Shruti, it was lovely speaking with you. This session comes to an end now, and I'm highly delighted that you came to my session. And I'm more than happy that we are going to meet again in the sessions to come if you feel like.
Yeah.
It was
Sure,
lovely
sir.
meeting you. Take care. All the best. See you soon.
Okay,
Bye.
sir. Thank you. Bye.
Bye.